flying by the seat of our pants.
Yeah.
It's a funny expression, isn't it?
It's a very strange...
It's a funny one. I don't quite get it.
I don't know because...
Flying.
What does it mean, Josh? Come on.
I'm not sure, but
make up something. You
okay,
I'll
make it up.
Okay.
Basically, when you're flying an airplane,
Uh-huh.
yes, basically.
Okay.
It's all basically because the seat of your pants is very basic.
Because you're floating.
Yes. When the pilots were first learning to fly, they didn't have all the instruments and stuff we have these days. And they were basically flying by the seat of their pants. Basically, they felt in their butt what the airplane is doing.
So it's the butt of your pants.
The butt of your pants, but
the seat of your pants? You're flying by the way your butt feels.
Yeah, because that's how you know if you're coordinated in turns and stuff with the rudders.
So it was never good if you flew for too long and your butt fell asleep.
Yes.
Because then you had no...
Yeah.
Your butt falls asleep. There's no place to get out and take a... There's no rest areas.
You can get out.
You'll fall. It wouldn't be advised,
let me properly introduce you.
Yes.
Brad Boersma is here. Do I say your name correctly?
You usually get it correct.
Usually. How did I do that?
8 out of 10.
Yeah, 8 out of 10.
Boersma. That's close.
Yeah.
That sounds right, exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. No, that one was good. That's why I said usually.
And Josh Verdonk.
Close enough.
That's your name, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, his name isn't Josh, it's Yosh.
Oh, it's Josh.
No, it's not. Shut up.
Okay.
No, it's Josh.
Right.
How come you still have to read our names from your little book thing?
To make sure I get it right.
Oh, okay.
Do you know my name?
It's only been like 4 months or 5 months.
Yeah. Larry...
The giant.
By the way, I was just looking in your office a minute ago.
Yes.
You have like
what did you
4
find?
cups of coffee there. Full cups of coffee.
Yes.
That look like they've
been old.
Very old.
Yes, it's not coffee. It looks like coffee, I know.
What is it?
It's an experiment.
That's the point. You found
well, one of them is growing.
one of them said, help me.
I know.
Help me.
Well, that's my successful one.
That's good.
That's my successful. We're trying to decide whether or not the fruit flies in the studio are really from my coffee. I say they're not. I haven't seen any buzzing around.
I haven't even seen any fruit flies.
No?
They were all dead on his desk.
So good morning, guys. You gonna take some calls today about flying and?
Nah, if we have to.
Yeah, we guess so.
Well, you want to? Do you get this? Here's something, an interesting thing. I have a brother who's a mechanic. I have a brother who's a doctor, a pet doctor, a vet, whatever. And whenever we go anywhere, anybody who doesn't see them regularly will always ask car questions to the mechanic. You know, I have another brother who's a gun expert. He's in the military, so people always talk about guns to him. Nobody ever really talks to me about radio, by the way. But, I mean, do people always talk to you about airplanes, and do you wish they wouldn't?
No, the only one that I usually hear is, have you met John Travolta? That's usually the only one I ever hear.
Yeah, we hear that one a lot.
We get that, too.
Yeah.
That's
that's it. I think it's kind of funny, actually.
Obviously, because of the airplane connection.
Yes. Yeah, once in a while, I'll get a question, but... generally not from the general public because they don't realize.
Well, see, I get it from the general public, more questions about that, or if I mention we do international training.
That's interesting.
Oh, make sure you don't train the terrorists. So, you know, I get that all the time.
Yeah, I bet you do, yeah. Well, now, what if we had, as the big celebrity in town, like this famous clown, like Bozo or something? I mean, would the people who do, like, Clowns for Christ, would they always get that question, hey, do you know Bozo?
Probably.
I would think so,
You think they would get that?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Well, do people ever ask if you know one of the famous radio people? Like
all the time.
Exactly.
They say, do you know Josh Verdonk? They always say, do you know Josh?
Really? They ask that? That's pretty cool.
What do you tell them?
I say, well, I see him on Fridays.
He blesses you with his presence.
I don't. I'll remember that one. I don't really know him that well. It's kind of a professional relationship.
Yeah. You keep your.
I don't know
distance.
what he eats on his sandwiches.
I don't know what he eats on his sandwiches.
You do.
Oh, never mind. Usually about a full tub of mayo.
That's not even true.
On everything.
No, okay.
Oh, really? We got that in common. I'm a mayonnaise nut too.
No, not like like I have to go to Sam's and buy the biggest ones they have. Usually lasts about a week.
It's not true.
And because he has to get the weight and balance right in the airplane, so he, you know.
Do you ever eat in the plane? Is there a rule against eating in the plane?
No.
I'll eat. Yes, we eat in the plane. No, there's no rule against it.
Okay.
Just don't spill it.
I try not to, because I don't want to have my student working hard and I'm sitting over here filling my face, as a matter of professional. But if we're doing like a night flight, a lot of times I'll take a bag of beef jerky or something like that, or a soda. Or
By the way, I wanted to tell you something. I took a photo of you one week and I put it on Facebook.
It never showed up on Facebook.
It did.
I looked.
Would you let him finish his story, please?
It did.
Rude.
So one of our listeners said, will they ever have as a guest, referring to you two, will you ever have as a guest this cute young girl who works for Alaska Airlines? I guess her father owns it or something like that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Not a clue.
Oh, they're probably talking about people on that one show, Flying Wild Alaska.
No, he said American Airlines, not Alaska.
No, Alaska. Did I say American?
You said American.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant Alaskan Airlines.
Okay.
Well, that's not Alaskan Airlines either, but
Well, I think you're right.
Airline in Alaska.
I think you said the right name, Josh.
Flying Wild Alaska.
I think that's it. Yeah.
That's the show, yeah.
And the girl, Ariel, is her name?
Yeah, Ariel.
A cute little girl named
So
Ariel?
how would we get her here from Alaska?
Yeah.
Well, Alaska, I don't know.
Oh, okay. You go ahead. You can find out.
Alaska. Well, all right, let's go to the fun. And I looked, after they wrote that on there, I looked her up, and she is cute, and they've got some amazing stories of needing airplanes in Alaska, some of which are transporting, like, caskets because the waters are too rough.
Yeah.
So they have to literally, that's a mission, huh? Have to fly someplace and pick up somebody who's no longer with us. All right, let's go to the phone. The phone number is 622-9622. This is the WOCA Climate Control Source Hotline. Good morning. You're on the air with Josh and Brad.
All right, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
I'll start the big questions out here today.
Okay, start away.
Okay, say, out here in the National Forest, not far from here in Ocala, we have a Navy bombing range.
Yes.
How do you know you have to stay away from that, or do you not have to stay away from it? Because I know in the paper they advertise the days they're going to bomb. Are the other days you can fly over it?
That's actually a very good question. There's actually quite a few military operating areas and restricted areas in Florida.
Okay.
And through training, they use a sectional. It's kind of like an aerial map.
Yeah.
Way to put it. And it has the MOAs and the restricted areas. Not branched off. What is
Depicted.
Thank you. Depicted. Yes.
There's a legend, and they use little shapes and stuff like
and
that.
they each have their own numbers, and you can look at the legend and find out what they are, and then you can find out if they are. They call it, if it's hot or not.
Yeah.
So there's.
And lots of times we talk to like Jacksonville Approach or the controlling agency to know if they're active or not.
Normally speaking, how far would you have to avoid an area like that? I mean, like maybe 50 miles or 100? Or?
Don't go in it.
Yeah, just don't go in it. They have it. It's kind of like. It's just got lines that show on the sectional, and if you don't go past that, you're fine. You can go right along the line of it. Don't go in it.
Yeah. So, like, if you're an out-of-town pilot, out of state or something, you're coming through, you should have that information in front of you, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. You should have sectionals for wherever you're going to fly. And you hear that a lot. You have people that fly in and ask if we have a sectional because they flew in without a current one, and that's just not.
Yeah, I always want to make sure you have a current one as well.
If you're going on a long cross country, if you're going across states, you want to make sure you have one for each place you're going.
Yeah. If, for instance, by mistake you get into an area, a zone like that, what kind of trouble can you get into?
It depends on what they're doing in there.
They're not going to shoot you down, are they?
On accident? No.
No, they're not going to shoot you down. Lots of times, if someone does enter, they're going to, as soon as they see someone entering, they're going to cease any operations. You might be intercepted by a jet, escorted to a base, and landed. There could be other civil penalties, like fines and stuff. You could lose your license depending on how bad your infraction was.
Has it ever happened in town here?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I know people have gone in there inadvertently, and I know that
to anyone I know.
But not to anyone I know. But actually, there was one where somebody was forced to land, but it wasn't here.
Oh,
there was one.
Where it was.
Yeah, the more serious ones are the temporary flight restrictions, which are littering most of South Florida.
Yeah,
you did mean to say littering. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, because they're not littering. It's for
they're all throughout South Florida today
currently,
because you have a whole bunch of campaigning going on for the upcoming election, stuff like that. And those have two basic rings. On the outer ring, if you enter that without authorization, you're going to be intercepted.
Oh my God.
If you enter the inner ring, you're going to be shot down.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because those usually, the TFRs are usually like the president, the first lady, the vice president. Yeah, you don't mess with those.
Okay, like your program, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
You bet. Bye now.
So if you're escorted by a jet, I mean, is it difficult for that jet to fly that slow? I mean, you're kind of...
Lots of times what they'll do is they'll come with two jets, and they'll both slow down, and one will slow basically as slow as he can go,
right?
And then the other one will make passes on you.
And that frightens you. Has it ever happened to you?
Hasn't happened to me. but
It has?
Better not. Has not.
Has not. No, has not.
No.
It has not happened to me, and there are certain procedures that pilots must follow for interceptions.
Yeah, that actually comes in your training of knowing what to do if you look and there's a military plane on your wing.
Now, there was a story.
Yeah.
I don't remember the story, but there was a story about a guy who was forced to land, and he landed in Ocala. I think he was in airspace in Cape Canaveral, so he must have flown a long way before he finally said, okay, all right, I'll stop.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
don't remember that one. No.
Maybe before you were born.
Wait, they didn't have airplanes when the dinosaurs roamed the earth.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. Anyway, on a positive note, we're going to... Actually, I'm going to let Josh do it because it was...
I
his
have an
student.
announcement.
There you go. See, I
What
had
is
to
it?
remind you of your own announcement. You
No,
know
I
how sad
didn't.
that
I
is?
was remembering it in my head.
Yeah.
I didn't need to
Big
write
empty
it
space.
down.
Go ahead.
There's a lot that can be put there.
Yes.
All right. I want to announce that Kevin David, my commercial student, passed his commercial check ride a week from
Today.
Yes, last week from today.
A week from...
See,
a
it's
week
hard
ago.
A week ago.
Last Friday.
Last Friday,
right.
yes. He passed his check ride for his commercial. He's now moving on towards his flight instructor certification, so he can teach as well. And so congratulations to him.
Okay.
And congratulations to Josh.
Yes, that too, because now I get my gold seal.
Yay. And what is a gold seal, Josh? Why don't you please explain it to
A
the
gold seal
audience?
is a thing they put on a
A
license.
thing.
A thing they put on
It's
a license.
It's a gold seal.
It's a gold seal they put on your license
Right.
when you have an 80% pass rate of all your students, and a certain amount of students per year that you're signing off to take check rides and stuff like that. And it doesn't really mean I get paid more or anything like that. It just looks good on a resume.
Now, who would you go
I think
to?
I should get paid more for that.
yeah, okay.
And who do you ask? Do you ask Brad?
It's the
for
FAA.
advice?
I have to go
No,
to the
it's FAA. You
Oh.
go to the FAA, and it's actually an endorsement. I mean, it's saying that you are a good instructor.
But I mean, who
now
do
that
you-
doesn't necessarily mean it's true.
Well, who
but
do
it's
you
saying
go to
that-
for a pay raise? Who would Josh go to for a pay raise?
me?
I just did. See what happened?
Yeah.
He brushed you off on the government. Look weird. If you have a question, you can phone us. The number is 622-9622.
Yes.
It's a climate control source hotline, by the way.
Yes. Is it always Climate Control Source Hotline?
It is always. They are the exclusive sponsor of the telephone line.
The telephone lines. Josh rained on my parade last week, so
Yeah. He thought it was just the climate control hotline was only for our show, and I said
because I thought we were special, but he said no, we're not special.
Good morning. You're on the air with Josh and Brad.
Yes, this is Koen Verdam from Papua New Guinea, and I would like to congratulate him with his gold seal.
Aha! That's my dad calling from Papua New Guinea.
Wow. Are you watching on the internet?
Yes.
Oh wow. That's your dad?
Yes.
There's a delay. We can tell there's a
Yeah.
delay. So,
Is he still there?
are you still there? What's your
Yes,
dad?
I'm here, yes.
What's your dad's first name?
My dad's first name is Coon, kind of like raccoon, but not really.
Good morning. Thank you for calling, Kuhn. Was Josh a good boy when he was little?
Yeah, we are looking.
What was?
Yes, we are still here.
Congratulations, son.
Yeah.
Is that your mom
That's
in
my
the
mother.
background?
Yeah, that's my mother in the background.
Mrs. Verdonk, is there any mayonnaise in the fridge right now?
There is, yes.
There is. Okay, good. Because Josh is going to come and pay a visit soon. There's a big delay.
There's a long delay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very long delay. Yeah. Well, thank you for calling in. You want to have any personal conversations? We won't listen.
Love you guys. Thank you for calling.
Yes, you're welcome.
Very cool.
There you
See,
go.
we have got
That is
fans all the way across
Yeah,
the world.
and just to clarify for our listeners, they called in from Papua New Guinea, which is a small island north of Australia on the other side of the planet.
Uh-huh.
So that's why there was such a long delay.
Did you have that accent at one time?
No,
No, never.
no.
How did that happen? That you didn't have the accent?
Because like English, I learned English
Like.
and yeah, I said like. That's
Yes.
a new one.
yes.
I learned English. I sound like a teenager all of a sudden. Get all giddy. I learned English
Yeah,
and
don't you-
Flemish at the same time, pretty much.
Okay. All right.
So,
Okay.
but yeah, actually, my wife and I are planning to go and visit them, hopefully next summer, with my brother and his girlfriend. We're going to meet them in Belgium and then go from there. So.
Well, that was very sweet to have that phone call and to be able to watch you get all flushed.
Technology is amazing, though. It really
Yes.
is. Because your parents are watching us on the radio on a computer across the world.
Yeah.
That is pretty impressive.
Do you want to show them your gold star? I mean,
He doesn't have.
oh, you don't have it with you?
Well, he's got. Yeah, he's
Gold
got
seal.
I
Gold
have new
seal.
business cards that I'm very proud of.
Okay, we'll put them up to the camera so they can see. And
It's a very fancy business card now.
there you go.
That's his raise. Is his new business card.
That is a sharp-looking card. Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yes.
nice. There you go.
Yeah, he's showing everybody his card on the camera.
That's
on
the
the
gold
camera.
seal. Yeah, we can't hear you, Josh, right now, but there you go. There's now we all have your number and everything.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
That's all right.
That's
We've
all
only
right.
got 9 listeners. I don't think we're too worried about it.
Give
or
it-
9 viewers. Not 9 listeners, 9
They're
viewers.
on the card, so I give out the card, so...
It's okay. Yeah.
By the way, we started to upload the Ustream videos that these are on to YouTube.
To YouTube.
So yeah, YouTube has a much bigger audience. So
Yes, then Ustream.
So we might get,
Yeah.
like, 8 views.
Woohoo! 8 on top of our normal 9 viewers.
That would make it...
17.
Yes.
Yes.
the only problem with YouTube is that they're very strict about copyright infringement. So when we use your theme song, they always send me a letter saying just to let you know you're using somebody else's music and click this if you acknowledge that. I say, yeah, I know. So we don't even know what song that is, but they apparently know what it is.
Apparently.
Interesting. I did not realize. I mean, there's so many millions of videos. I did not realize they could monitor each one that closely.
Yeah. Oh, and instantly. It's amazing. They know right away. And we don't even start your song from the beginning.
I wonder if it's automated.
It's got to be automated where it just.
If there's any music they send you.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe if it's any music.
Yeah. Should be.
That could be, because I don't think it's going to be.
No. They will name the copyright holder.
Really?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Like I said, technology.
It is amazing.
I was actually reading where they were talking
You
about.
were reading?
I was reading. Yes, where somewhere in China they're trying to make it where you can fly by thought, and that is just scary to me.
Yeah, because some of the thoughts I have about flying...
Exactly. Yeah, that could not be good. But I don't know why you'd want to do that. Are you that lazy you can't put your arms up and hold it?
Are you aware of a book called Fear of Flying? Are you familiar with this book? No.
No, the term, yes, but not the book.
Okay. Well, if you could read some of her thoughts, you would fly pretty fast. I would think. It was a dirty book. It was a sexual book.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't really have anything to do with flying?
It's way. Well, no. But,
Thanks for bringing that up on our show.
well, you were talking about thoughts about flying.
Yeah.
Apparently she had thoughts about flying. I don't want to know what they are, though.
Yeah.
No, that's quite all right. So, yes,
About flying...
I shouldn't have brought that up because your dad is listening.
well, and actually, I think for the first time my wife is finally able to listen, too, so...
Oh, really? Where
Yes.
is she? What part of the world?
Ocala. Usually she's at work, but right now she didn't have to go until 9:30, so hopefully she's listening on her way to work. So
Good morning. You're on the air with Brad and Josh.
Okay, you guys are having too much fun. I got another question. Say, it's illegal to drive a car with open alcohol in it. Does that apply to a small plane?
Yes.
yes,
Okay, has anybody that you know ever gotten arrested for a DUI flying an airplane?
DUF. Or
Yeah, yeah, right.
not anyone I've ever known. No,
FUI.
we
I've
did
heard of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard, but not anybody I know.
Yeah, but it's illegal to have a open beverage in the plane.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
All
It's
right.
actually illegal to pilot an airplane if you've had any alcohol in the previous 8 hours. So you've got to have no alcohol for the previous 8 hours before you fly an airplane.
I just think it'd be cool to be able to say, I got an FUI.
It wouldn't, because you'd probably lose your license.
I'm just like the initials.
He likes the initials.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We can think of something else other than flying.
Yeah.
I won't say any of them
Flying
right now.
under the influence.
Yes, but no, you you can't have alcohol for 8 hours. Your blood alcohol level has to be less than 0.04, and you can't be still under the influence. Like, you can't have a hangover. You may have drank 10 hours ago, but if you still have a hangover, you can't fly either. So they're very strict on it.
Yeah, and if there's any infringement, lots of times it is loss of license.
We're not getting too many questions, so I have one. On the flight simulator on the computer, you can fly under the Golden Gate Bridge. If I really were to do that, would I be in violation of some rule?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
Quite a few rules. Yes.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
I wouldn't.
Of course, on a flight simulator, you can crash and then just hit restart. So,
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, they make it look like you can just fly under there. There would be nobody chasing you. I would think they should improve the simulator so that you're
Get
then
jets on your tail.
Yeah.
that would be cool.
That would be very cool.
Yes. But, then they'd have to start doing other stuff, like when you're flying, a 747 across the ocean, that they make you have to go to the bathroom. And You know, I don't know how that would work.
I think
but-
that's called The Sims, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Get up and go pee.
Yeah, exactly. Your butt is getting numb. Get up and walk around.
Realism
So
factor.
what's new over at the airport? Anything?
At the airport? I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, with us, it's just, teaching people to fly and trying to give away scholarships. I actually had a gentleman call me, and he said, "You're giving away $4,000?" And I said, "For a scholarship? Oh, never mind."
That's your own fault. You did the commercial that
I
way.
know.
Yeah.
Actually, I had one person who was interested in the scholarship, and I said,
He said that like 2 weeks ago. The person still hasn't called me.
hasn't called me.
Or you.
And
So
yes.
underscore the important message here. There's a $4,000.
do you want $4,000? Yes, give us a call. Oh, wait, you already tried that.
I tried that. It's for a scholarship. It's to learn to fly.
Yeah.
There's somebody that will give $4,000 towards you getting your license. You have to come up with the rest of the money.
And there are some rules.
And there are some rules. And you can call me about those.
You have to
If
be
you're really, I'm going to keep it like secretive now.
Really?
It's $4,000 scholarship to flight train.
but you got to be between 17 and
25.
Oh, you don't want to say that part?
Well, then
You can get everybody in town calling you. You got to
Yeah,
limit
so?
it a little bit.
Yeah, but then I can say, well, you're not eligible for the scholarship, but do you want to learn to fly?
Oh, I see.
Oh yeah.
And you might know somebody who's
It's
under
a
the
trick.
age of 25.
It's a bait and switch.
bait and switch. Yeah, exactly.
Not really.
Not really at all.
We're not-
But
yeah.
we're not baiting them or switching them.
Do you have a sense? Yeah, I guess Josh, this is for you. Do you have a sense?
He has no sense.
Do you have a sense when somebody comes in for flying lessons that they're going to do well at it?
Yes. Though I've been surprised. Surprised.
Surprised?
Yes, surprised. I've been surprised sometime where I think this student is not going to do well at all, and they amaze
Really?
me because they study real hard and they do it. And then I've had other students where I'm like, oh, they're going to do great, and then I'm like, they could have. I thought they were going to do better than they're doing.
So no, really, he can't tell.
For the most part, I can, but once in a while, I get surprised. So.
Yeah, you can. When there's somebody walks in, I know that was beautiful. I'm going through puberty again. Excuse me. Usually, you can when they walk in, just their attitudes. And I mean, I've got different instructors. You know, you got Josh, you got Martin, you got Piff, and so usually I try and put them with instructors I think that's going to work well with them, because there's certain people that I know that won't work with Josh, but they'll work great with Piff or with Martin, and so. Oh, trust me,
Really?
it's true. Yes.
Really?
Josh seems all calm. He's not.
Really?
No.
Yes, I am. I'm always calm.
But and so do you? Can you give us an idea of who you would put with Josh, and what kind of person?
Dan.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only person we can really name on the air.
Yeah, that's true.
No, but I mean personality type. Are they?
Well, no, it's some people. Josh.
Would you put a gold digger with him? Like a lady who really just wants to find somebody with a lot of cash?
Well, then you,
I don't know why she'd be out learning to fly.
a flight school's not the place.
No,
to
no,
go.
definitely not. Well, no, like I'll
None
give you an
of us have
example.
money.
Piff tends to be a little bit more high strung and a little bit more stern, and so he's good with certain students that need that.
I can be stern.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, Josh won't be stern with a student. He just yells at me after. So, where Piff can be a little bit more stern. So that's certain students are good with that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, and certain personalities
I
just
can
work
be
better.
stern.
Anyway,
I'm just not stern all the time.
exactly.
What is the most popular place to fly over in the Discovery flights?
Land.
Well, see, when we took the Discovery flight, we requested the Cascades because we were trying to promote everything. But most
You're trying to promote everything?
Most people aren't promoting anything. They just want to see something from the
A
air.
lot of times
right?
their house.
Their house,
Oh, really?
John Travolta's house, or water.
I've been not going over John Travolta's house though. I
No,
feel
we
bad for
kind
the
of
guy.
discourage that, but that's what people ask for. But it's their house, John Travolta's house, or some kind of water feature.
Okay.
Yeah,
like,
sometimes we'll take him over Lake Weir or something like that.
and does it matter if it's the Gulf or the ocean, or do you stay away from both coasts?
Just distance-wise,
And
usually for
time-wise.
Discovery flight, it's
Oh, okay.
too far and too long to get there, unless they do like an extended Discovery flight or whatever. So usually we don't have time to do that.
And I think I mentioned this once before, but when we were giving away all those Discovery flight certificates, my fear was that you were getting a lot of people who really didn't intend to take the lessons. And I think that's the purpose of the Discovery flight, is to see if it's for you. I mean, because we obviously were promoting it when Robin and I went up, and we had no intent of taking lessons. Although I'll be honest, after I first did that, I thought, hey, maybe I will, And then I realized I'm just not I'm not cut out for it. I'm really not. I'm not good with maintenance of the machine. And I know you told me you guys do that, but
Yeah. The discovery is generally supposed to be for somebody that wants to learn to fly, but sometimes you'd be surprised when people all of a sudden realize they want to learn to fly, or they know other people that want to learn to fly.
Yeah.
Or they just want to give it a try. Just to say, hey, I've been up in a small plane.
It is cool. It is very cool.
One of the guys that I took up on a discovery, I think he was one of the winners, he said, hey, this was on my bucket list to fly an airplane. Cross it off.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That was the winner.
Was it?
Dennis?
Yeah,
Was it
Dennis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Hi, Dennis. You're listening.
So $99, is that still the price?
That's still the price for a discovery flight. It would take you up in the air for about a half hour. You actually get to take the controls and see what it feels like to fly the plane.
Do you, any discounts if they mention your name? They say I heard you on the air?
Yeah, I won't pay Josh.
All right.
That's your discount.
Another fun show in the can. Flying by the seat.
Of course.
Right in
Yes,
the can.
of your
You
pants.
want to say anything to your mom and dad and family? How many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have one brother and one sister.
Are they still home?
No, they're both older than me.
Oh, older
Then mine?
Than mine.
Your brother's older than you?
Yeah. My brother is 40. No, he's 20. I think he's like 20.
You don't know how old
I
your brother
am
is.
He's up there. He's a little bit older.
Yeah, he's a little bit older than me. And my sister's the oldest.
How old is she? Put him on the spot.
Oh, she's going to hate me. I think she's 28? Maybe?
We got to fly.
She has two very nice...
We have to fly.
We have to fly?
Yes, that means we got to go.
I was going to say she has two nice boys.
Okay, there you go. She has
Oh,
two
your
nice
Uncle
boys.
Josh.
One of which I haven't met because he was born when I was...
Yes.
Josh and Brett, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I got
guys.
emotional there at the
Yes.
end.
Yeah, I can see. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Robin, we need a trophy for the winner of the best rock band.
Oh, who won?
Stone Quarry.
Ooh, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Maybe. I'm thinking we should call BJ Trophies.
Wait, let's get Dan to make a trophy.
But-
Oh, Dan.
Robin, didn't we go through this already?
Yes, Robin.
Dan, we need you to chisel a rock.
Is this for another trophy?
Yes, it is.
Remember, I'm not so good at chiseling trophies. Why don't you call BJ Trophy?
That's what I tried to say.
But you'd be perfect.
Why? I thought we already decided the best trophies are from BJ Trophies.
Because you're good at rocks.
Yes, Dan, because you're good at rocks.
But you want a trophy, not a rock.
It's for a rock band.
Oh, jeez.
Isn't that a clever idea?
Clever, yes. Classy, no. I think you'd better stick to BJ Trophies for your rock band trophy.
But you're so good at rocks.
For the classiest trophies anywhere, call BJ Trophies, 732-2249, or go to bjtrophy.com.
Unless you want a rock.
Yeah, then call Dan.
Unless you need a classy rock. Then stick with BJ Trophies.
You're listening to WOCA News Talk 1370, Ocala's source for what's happening in today's hottest, up-to-date news and topics.
ABC News Now. I'm Karen Chase. The unemployment rate dropped 0.2% to 8.1% in August, but analysts say it's partly because some people stopped looking for work. The economy created only 96,000 jobs. President Obama is asking Americans to give him more time to fix the economy. In his acceptance speech at the DNC, he acknowledged failings but said our problems can be solved and our challenges can be met. Mammograms may do more harm than good for women genetically at high risk of breast cancer. A study by leading European researchers found radiation raises their risk, and for them, an MRI would be safer. A third visitor to Yosemite National Park in California has died of the hantavirus, and a second section of the park has been quarantined. Beverly Hills residents were shaken awake by an early morning 3.5 earthquake. It's the latest in a string of shakers to hit the region. It's now the fastest road in the nation. The speed limit has been raised to 85 miles an hour on a Texas highway between Austin and San Antonio. Officials say it's safe, though, since it's a road less traveled by. This is ABC News.
Every so often, the stars are in perfect alignment. And during the Lincoln Certified Pre-Owned Autumn Sales Event, now is that perfect moment. For a limited time, get 0.9% APR on the certified pre-owned Lincoln of your choice, which also comes with the confidence of our 6-year, 100,000-mile comprehensive warranty. The Lincoln Certified Pre-Owned Autumn Sales Event, exclusively at your Lincoln dealer. APR varies by term. Not all buyers will qualify for Lincoln Automotive Financial Services limited term financing. Take delivery from dealer stock by 10/1/12. See dealer for qualifications, limited warranty, and complete details.
If you have gout, listen closely. That's the sound of gout silently attacking joints between flares. You won't hear it and you may not feel it, but if your uric acid level remains high, crystals can continue to build up in your joints. Over time, this may lead to attacks in other joints, constant pain, and joint destruction. So don't wait. For more information, go to goutinfo.com and talk with your doctor about ways to keep your uric acid at a lower, healthy level.
Ocala's information station, 13